I'm back on another new video. In this video, we are going to be making the most healthy beetroot pasta. Here, as you can see, I have 2 beetroot and 3 carrots, roughly chopped up. It doesn't need to be finely chopped. We are going to blend it. And here I have the same onion, tomato, roughly chopped up. Again, we are going to blend this. And I have one more onion just to finely chop it for sauteing it later with the beetroot sauce. First, to our hot pan, let's add some olive oil. Now what we are going to be doing is adding some cumin seeds. So as you can see, the seeds are pretty much popping. Guys, I'm back on another video. In this video, we are going to be making the most healthiest and freshest beetroot pasta. I have here 2 big beetroots roughly chopped up. Anyways, we are going to blend them. 3 small carrots roughly chopped up. As you can see here, there are some 2 small tomatoes and 2 small onions roughly chopped up. This onion is just for sauteing, so we'll be chopping it very finely. Take your olive oil and add to your hot pan. The pan should not be too hot and it should not be also very less hot, or else when it's too hot, your spices will burn up. Slowly add your cumin seeds. As you can see, they are slowly bubbling up. So the pan is in the correct temperature. Now we'll go on and start with our onion. Just mix the onion slightly. Immediately add the tomatoes. Keep on mixing it. Saute this for 2 to 3 minutes until the onion changes a little bit color. Then what you want to do is add salt immediately and mix it nicely. Then we are going to be adding our beetroot mixture. And as you can see, the onion color have changed. So this side, when you see, I have hot water here which has been just now kept. We are going to be adding some turmeric powder and everything. In this we are going to be cooking the pasta. Add a little bit of turmeric powder. We are going to be making this pasta as healthy and as flavorful as we can. We are using drum wheat pasta. Now what you want to do is take your peppercorns and just put some peppercorns inside. Now for a nice aromatic texture, we are going to be adding cardamom. Just squish a cardamom and drop it in there. Now add your beetroots and carrots. You don't want to cook them fully, because when we make it as a puree, we are again going to cook it. So just cook it until the color changes a little bit, the juices release a little bit. Then we are going to blend it completely into a nice smooth puree. There is a smooth puree here of that mixture we just made. Don't remove the pulp. If you remove the pulp, it won't be good. It will be like you are drinking juicy pasta. Now let's add some onions in here. I'm not adding any oil because there is actually oil left here in the pan. It just became like flavored beetroot oil. And this kind of looks like a crimson red color. So actually this is called as red pasta. Basically red pasta means we say it has spice, but this actually should be called as red pasta. Saute the onions nicely. As you can see, the nice sizzling sound from the onion comes, which is actually pretty good. Now add in your paste here. The nice paste. You can see there are some residues left inside. Add a little bit water, mix it and pour it over, so that every single bit of it comes out. As you can see, it's super good looking. It's extremely good. The most healthiest pasta. Keep on mixing it until it boils like 2 or 3 times. Then what we are going to be doing, we are going to be adding our cooked pasta. Very soon I will be releasing on how to make pasta from scratch, with whatever ingredients you have left at home. For now we are using this drum wheat pasta, which is actually a very healthy kind of wheat. You can also eat whole wheat pasta. This is farfalle. You can use any kind like penne and everything, but this is my original recipe, so I like farfalle on this pasta. And at that side you can see the water has pretty much boiled, so let's open the pack of pasta and just drop it in. Let's just add the pasta. You can add pretty much however you want. I'm making for 2 people, so I am adding just about 300 grams of pasta. So let this cook and let this also boil 2-3 times. Then we can add the pasta in here, stir it, and we are pretty much done. In this mixture I have added some little bit of chili powder, like half teaspoon, just for little bit of spice. I am going to be adding garam masala to elevate the flavors even more. I am adding approximately about a teaspoon of garam masala. Let's mix it nicely. Instantly this turns even more aromatic than actually it was. And I am adding some dry mango powder. You can also add a squeeze of lemon juice. I am adding some dry mango powder here. Dry mango powder is basically green mango dried and made into a powder. I was just experimenting with something and I amazingly found out this beautiful recipe. So it's my original recipe. It tastes really good. You can definitely try it out. So mix it nicely. It is turning pretty aromatic. And keep on checking your pasta. You need your pasta about 85% cooked. The rest 15% we are going to be cooking in this gravy, so that the pasta will change the color, we absorb the gravy into it, and it will taste really good. The pasta is mixed in and it looks really good. It looks almost kind of a blood color. So now what we are going to be doing is adding some milk. I have here 1 small teacup of milk. Slowly add it in. Just mix it around. Now again slowly add it in. Add it in a batch of 3. It's nicely incorporated. And keep the flame on slow because the pasta might burn at the bottom. Add the rest of it in. Mix it nicely. Make sure to scrape all the corners and just put it in. Now what we are going to be doing is we have some cottage cheese here, paneer. Just break it with your hands randomly and just drop it in. Why we are adding it at the last? Because this cottage cheese paneer actually cooks little fast. If you cook it for a very long time, it might just become rubbery. It has somewhat the same cooking properties of the mushroom, but it doesn't emit water. Just toss it around nicely. Now, while the pan's still hot, grate some cheddar cheese inside. You can even add mozzarella or feta cheese, but when you add feta, make sure you don't add salt because it's very salty, and skip the cottage cheese because it is very similar to feta. You can add how much of a cheese you want, just grate some. And it's practically done. Nicely mix it and our beetroot pasta, the most healthy pasta, is ready. Like, share and subscribe to Heavenly Stuff to see more amazing videos like this. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.